Hi everyone, welcome back to Colouring with Kay, and thank you for joining me today. So I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your colouring. So it's the, what day is it? It's the 25th of January, and yesterday evening I started a page in this beautiful Rita Berman book, which is A Walk Through Europe. And you can see here what, my progress. And I'm really happy with it, which isn't actually something that I say quite, quite forthcomingly, if there's such a word, because I'm so pleased with how I've completed the colouring with the pencils. That's all I've used so far, and the pencils that I've used are the Derwent Lightfast pencils, which absolutely work gorgeously in this book. They work so well, and for some of it I also used the Caran d'Ache Luminance, and they work so nice. So I'm really pleased with how it's come out so far, and I really hope I don't mess it up. So I thought I'd do a bit of colouring on camera because why not? And so I'm going to do a bit of pencil colouring, and then we'll move on to see if we can add other stuff. Now for this background here that you can see, I thought I'd use the Pebbles classic chalk, what do we call this? Just chalks, aren't they really? So these classic chalks, I've got the 30 basic bright shades. I haven't got any of the other sets. I think there's a metallic shades as well. Now I could have used pan pastels, but this gives a more subtle look, so I've decided I'll go with this. And then the other things I've got pulled out, I don't know where I'm going to add these just in case I need them, are the Opal Blaze Polish, and this is the Teal Raspberry. So that looks like that. So I'm intending on using sort of blues, purples and greens really. This one is called Sapphire Grape, so it's got the lovely purple. It's got something in there at the moment, I don't know what it is, but anyway it's got lovely pinky purple colour. In fact, let me take that out with a little bit of a toothpick, because we do not want contamination. There we go. So that's that. So that's the two Opal Blaze polishes that I have, which doesn't want to shut right now, but there you go. And then I have some Pixie Sparkles, Purple Rainstorm, and another Pixie Sparkles, which is Flirty Sky. So let me actually show you a swatch of these things. So the Opal Blaze polishes, which are here, you can get these from Craft Stash, Craft Stash online, and I'm sure in the US you can get them from pretty much loads of your craft stores that are available. So this is what the Opal Blaze polishes look like. So I've got the Sapphire Grape, I think, and the Teal Raspberry. I think the green looks quite nice, but I didn't pull that one out. So those are them. And then the Pixie Sparkles, which are basically these couple that I've picked out. I picked out the Purple Rainstorms, very beautiful and sparkly, and the Flirty Sky. And then finally I have this Stickles Glitter Gel. Now hopefully either I get to add this in this video or part 2 to this video. So this is Moon Dust Stickles Glitter Gel, which I'm frantically trying to find at the moment, but I can't find it in my swatch book. Oh, there it is, there we go. So that's that one, Moon Dust it's called. So it looks quite nice. I have got Cosmic Shimmer Frosty Sparkle, which gives a more in your face effect, and that's more, a little bit more subtle than that one, but we'll see. So I've got those pulled out to see where we go with those, but first let's colour with pencil the turtle. So I'm only going to colour this bit with pencil. I'm going to bring it in even more so that you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. And so the pencils I've got pulled out, I will list them in the description below. Hopefully I won't forget. I've got the Derwent Lightfast, but obviously you can use similar shades yourself in any other pencil brands. I've got Grass Green 70%. I've got Grass Green as my second pencil, and then Mountain Green. So that's my, Mountain Green. So I've got, that's one blend, and then my second blend for the turtle are a few more greens. I've got Foliage, I've got Olive, Earth, and then I have Ivy, which is my darkest shade. So let's start off with the light around the face of this lovely turtle. But most pencils seem to work quite nicely on this beautiful paper, Rita Berman's paper. I'm just a bit nervous about adding watercolours to this paper. So I'm going to cover the top bit, and I'm using light to medium pressure here, more on the light side really, light pressure. And then I'm just doing the top bit of the turtle, and then I think I will put a bit on this end here, just on the edge of this, of his arm. I'm sure there'll be a technical word for that, but I'm not sure at the moment. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. It's so nice when you do some sort of a colouring and you actually really like it, you really like the result. It does boost you. I'm actually really attracted at the moment to colouring Rita Berman's pictures, especially in this book. I love the detail, as you know, if you watch my channel. So yeah, that's my, right, so that's my light colours, and you can see I've left some white bits. Those are to add some darker shades. So that was Grass Green that I put in there, and now I'm going to add some, sorry, Grass Green 70%, and now it's Grass Green. So nothing majorly special I'm doing here, I'm just using two blends of colours, each of 3 colours from light to dark really. This is like the cutest turtle I've seen in a colouring book. There we go, and then adding dark to this side as well. So you might have noticed that I haven't had a haul up this January. That's because I haven't been really buying much. Although I did recently treat myself to something, and now I'm not sure that I should have actually purchased it. So I feel a little bit silly now. But I have been after these art supplies, which is basically the Derwent Inktense blocks, for a while, and I've been waiting for them to go down in price on cult pens. I mean, when I get back into journaling, which I've been saying I'm going to get back into journaling for the last year, and I haven't done any, which is disgraceful. Now for the Mountain Green, I know that I will be using them in my art journal when I do finally get into it, which I really do need to. It's just, I think I get put off by taking everything out that I need. So in your art journal, you know, I haven't got a big like space where everything excuse me, everything is right near me. I've got all my colouring stuff near me, but then I haven't got the art stuff like my stamps and things like that. stamps and inks and all of those things and stencils, they're not all in the same place. So I think I get put off by having to take them all out. But I really need to get back into art journaling as well. Definitely. So there we go, that's what we've got so far. Now I'm going to use my second 3 pencil blend. So I've got Foliage, lightest colour, Olive Earth and Ivy. And we will put those in on the bottom edge of our cutie turtle. So yeah, I really, it's like I am really attracted to getting back into it. But it's just that, you know, initially you feel like, oh, what will I do? You know, a blank page, and it's the blank page issue. But you should just get, I should just do anything, shouldn't I, really? Should just get started. But I am, on the plus note, I am enjoying my colouring more. It's something that I sort of did go off it for a bit, where I wasn't enjoying it as much. I wasn't sort of drawn to it, but now I'm sort of getting back into it, so that's good. So what are you guys colouring anyway? Let me know in the comments below. What are you colouring at the moment? What are you particularly enjoying colouring at the moment? It's always good to hear what others are doing as well. So there we go. I do want to leave a little bit of white space in between the 2 shades. Just a tiny bit there. Okay, so our second colour was Olive Earth. Just put that here on the edge. And thank you to everyone watching my videos. I really do appreciate it massively. And also a big thank you for those that also leave your lovely comments. Truly appreciate it, and it means a great deal. Oh, too much pressure then. Snapped the tip. There we go. And then the darkest colour. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in just on the end. Now I am going to get my white Derwent ink, Lightfast. I keep thinking and wanting to say Inktense for some reason. So I'm just gonna blend in where the 2 green blends meet in the middle there. Smoosh it out a bit. Like that. Yep, I'm liking how that looks, just sort of blending it in really. There we go. Right, I think that's okay. I might just go over, this is my mid green, which is the grass green. I'm just putting in a little bit more here at the top. And then I might just use the darkest green just there, just to make his head a little bit darker. There we go. A bit more of the mid green. And now the lightest green, which is the grass green 70%. Just going over it again just to brighten him up. So the trick I've learned, well, I don't know if it's a trick, so I'm just using the lightest green, which is the grass green 70%, is that take your time with pencil colourings, because, and add, you know, the more shades you add, the better it looks, from my view anyway. You can see that I've added 2 green colour blends to this picture. So for instance, when I used to colour before, well, I started colouring in 2015, I didn't used to enjoy my pencil colouring much at all. I think because I was more impatient, but you need patience with pencil colourings and you end up getting awesome results. So I'm going to use the lightest foliage. So you can see I've spent a fair amount of time on this, and I've used 6 colours. In the past I would have probably just used 2 or 3, probably 3 colours, and not used the variation of 2 blends. But I find that the more colours I use and the more time I spend on it, and really work on the blend and, you know, blending it in and taking my time with it, I get better results. I guess it's not about rushing it, it's about enjoying the process, isn't it, like we all say. There is truth to that, of course. So there we go. I think that is okay. I'm quite happy with that. Right, so basically that's our turtle pencil colouring done, if I can speak. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little think, and then I'm going to come back and we might start on the background. Okay, I'm back again, and so I'm just going to put a piece of paper, a piece of copy paper just behind the page. So what I've decided to do is use my Pebbles classic chalks, and I'm going to use these colours here. So you've got lovely turquoise colour, blue, darker blue and purple. Might even add a bit of pink. So I've got my crocodile clip, and I am going to just take some of this just like that, just rub it onto the chalk, and then place it in here. That's it. Now usually I wouldn't really work on the background, not that because I've started the colouring already. Oh dear, well, that was a good start. Not, I push that back on, it must have been a bit loose. I wouldn't usually start the background now, I would have just continued basically colouring the rest, but I thought just because I'm on camera, I don't just want you to see pencil colouring. I thought a bit more interesting if you see other mediums getting used. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on popping this. Now I'm not too fussed if it gets onto the other parts of the picture because it's only chalk, so it's should be easily removed with an eraser, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now compared to pan pastel, this does come off, you can see a little bit onto my finger, but I'm not going to leave it as it is here. I'm just going to put some of this on top, which is Galaxy Glitter Silver Moon. Now I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to use that. You can see how indecisive I am, but basically let me just show you. That's the Silver Moon. Either put that on top of this chalk pastel or the Silver Bling. I'm actually thinking the Silver Bling now because I don't want it to be too, I mean, it sounds silly, but I don't want it to be too glittery. I mean, colouring with K saying too glittery. It's just that I want it to be, I want to add glitter on these other things, these round circle things, so I don't want it to be too you know, too glittery, so that the background actually, I don't want the background to upstage the rest of the picture for this picture. Basically, that's my thinking. So I might actually go with the what's it called, the Glamour Dust instead of the actual Galaxy Glitter, which is fine glitter particles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the other colours like this. So I'm adding this blue now, and I'm going to build it up, and just so that the video's not too long, so you can see that I'm making it darker nearer the bottle. I'm just thinking, should I might just mix it up actually. What I might do is, yeah, make it darker near here. Dead easy, just sort of apply it. It comes off quite quick, like quite easily. So I'm going to continue to work with that. I think I'm not sure if I should do the borders. I haven't decided really whether I'm going to do the borders, but I'm just going to continue adding this colour to my inside background bit. I think I'll leave the outside edge because I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with that yet, and I shall come back in a minute. Right, okay, so I'm back and I'm indecisive as ever. You can see that I'm still adding my colours here from the Pebbles chalk. And the thing is, I'm in a bit of a quandary now because I'm thinking I can't really put this acrylic glitter on, because if I do, I'm not going to be... I might want to go over these black lines either with a, I don't know, with a glazed pen or maybe just a normal black fine liner or something. And I'm not going to be able to do that, and I might even want to add more like pencil colour here. So I can't do that if I add the acrylic glitter. So what I'm going to do instead is I think I'm going to leave this background as it is. Now every time I colour on this, I'm going to use a piece of paper so my hand doesn't smudge over it. So, you know, I'll just put a paper here if I'm working on this so that I don't actually go over anything. But, you know, I'm quite pleased with how it's looking at the moment, I have to say. And I'm just... the chalks blend quite well, I've got to say. They do blend really well. So, I thought... I think we'll leave it that there. You can see that I haven't put the chalk on these bits here, you know, these spaces. I haven't gone right to the edge because I think I might use pencil for those areas. I'm just going to blow off the excess chalk so it's out of the way. So what I'm going to do now is do a little bit more pencil colouring here for these bits here, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the edges of the bottle. I think I'm going to add possibly some metallic paint, but we'll see where we go from here. So the colour, I'm now using Artezas. So Arteza pencils are just, you know me, I don't stick to one pencil. So here I have mint green, mint green A030, turquoise A017, ocean blue A089, and Mykonos blue A104. That is one blend that I have. So I've got a 4 colour blend there. And then the other colour blend has got blue and purple as well. So I've got Periwinkle blue A068, A020, Royal Purple A058 and Amethyst Purple A088. Again, I shall I shall put these all in my description so that you can have a look. And then, yeah, I'm going to colour some of these round things here. So initially we're just going to take some of this chalk off because it comes off quite easily. So I'm just using my Tombow mono eraser here, and we go for these as well. Now I'm just going to colour these actually here. I'm going to get my makeup brush and wipe that where the rubber dust goes. There we go. So what we're going to do again is use our mint green first. So let me bring you a bit more closer. So just going to do here. So what I'm going to do is I just put a bit, sort of decide where I'm going to have the colours. So we'll put these on this side, we'll put this blend on this side of the pens, sorry, the circle. Gosh, I keep saying the wrong words for some reason. There we go. And so this is quite a bright green, you can see. I hope I'm not boring you, honestly. I do feel that every time I do pencil colouring that I'm quite wary of it, and I think, I hope I'm not boring you. I guess if I am, you're going to switch off. So next colour is Turquoise A017, and then I just add that, you know, your usual blend from the edge. I'm always working from the edge inwards. Need to get my big hand out of the way. Maybe also put this down so that I don't smudge the chalk. So this is medium pressure I'm applying, and then I have the ocean blue. Just check what time it is. Okay. So yeah, I mean the number of colours that I'm using on this section here is 8, and if I think about it, in the past when I first started colouring, that is not how many colours I would use. And I also wouldn't take as much time with colouring each section. Definitely more of a pencil girl than a marker. Well, not a girl, but you know what I mean. I've got my Mykonos blue A104, but yeah, I'm definitely more a pencils person than anything else. I have tried to get into markers, and I do have a few markers sets, but I don't know, I'm just more drawn to pencils. I can achieve better effects. So that's my first blend done, and now for the second blend we have Periwinkle blue A068. So we shall put that here, and I'm gonna still leave some white, because that's one thing that I'm always leaving white actually makes your picture look so good, but I don't know, I don't know, I have this inclination to cover white, and I really shouldn't, but that's another thing. So when I was in my earlier colouring journey, everything had to be covered like with colour, no white spaces left, and actually white spaces being left is what creates a really good effect. So it's another thing I have learnt. Got to sort of resist the urge, because I do have an urge to cover up the white even now less than before. I try to control myself. Next one, Oob Purple A0, I think it's called that, A020. Now this is one of my favourite colours in the Arteza sets. It's just stunning. I love this colour. It's like a light purple. It's so nice. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So yeah, there's not really special. I mean, I think this looks like a nice blend so far. Next colour is Royal Purple, which is A058. So we're only going to put that around the edge here, just to darken it up a little bit, and maybe this edge there. I sharpened it too much. The tips break off. The two best sharpeners that I've found are the Dahl, which thankfully a few of you mentioned, that was really good, the Dahl 133, and also the MNR, the wedge sharpener. That's like one of my favourites. Highly recommend. And then Amethyst Purple A088, my final colour. And just pop a little bit of that, and not try not to press too hard. That was a tip again, but it's because I've over sharpened it. So that's basically that. Now I'm going to use my Derwent Lightfast white. Obviously you can use any white that you have got. A softer white would probably be better, and I'm just merging the colours so to make it look a bit more blended. I mean, you could use a Derwent blender pencil if you want with this. You don't have to. So I might go over some of the colours a little bit more, go over it again, and then I'm going to do the rest of these as well, and then I'll come back. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, back again, and I've done the pencil colourings of these sort of circular patterned bits that you can see, which I'm quite pleased with. So now I'm going to, what I've decided to do is I am going to use the Galaxy Glitter Decoart Art Silver Moon, which is a big glitter pieces, and then I am going to use the Glamour Dust Silver Bling. Now I'm using both of these. I'm not going to go right up to the edge, because remember what I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with these edge bits here, and I might want to go over the lines. So I'm only going to focus on, you know, close to the bottle. So let's get started, and let's see what we can get done. Right, so I've got my palette here, which you can see is quite dirty, but that just shows I've used it well, I guess. Probably not cleaned it well, but there you go. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of this. Don't need a lot, I don't think, so I'm just going to put one drop in for now, and then shake up the other one, which is the Glamour Dust. All of the products that I've used I will you know, list in my description. So I'm going to use, now this is an acrylic, so I don't want to use my nicest brushes, so I'm actually looking for a brush now, so let's have a look. Right, so I've got this brush here, which is a 50, which is too small actually, so let me find a bigger one. Right, I think this one will do, which is a 1. Looks a bit frayed though, looks a bit like it's had its time, but let's try it. So I'm going to, I've just put this glitter, so the idea is to have the bigger glitter pieces near the bottle. Right, I don't like this brush, so I'm going to have to get my water, and I'm going to have to wipe the brush off. Gosh, if you could see my desk now, you'd be like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Right, I've got another one which is not frayed, so it's actually a better brush. I want to actually get some new brushes for my acrylic paint, and you know, for acrylic things like this, glitter. Just nothing too expensive, but a reasonable price, I'd say. So you can see I'm going around the edge of this, just around the edge of you know, this bottle with the coarse glitter, putting a bit there as well. Now, just to my video is already longer than I'd like it to be. I'm going to continue putting this coarse glitter on the entire bottle, then I'll come back and show you what I'll do next. The large glitter, which is this one, I shall show you it again. So Decoart Galaxy Glitter Silver Moon, you can get that from Amazon. That's where I got it quite a while back. So you can see here that I've put it all around the edge of the bottle, and then now I'm going to put the finer glitter, which is still silver. It's called Silver Bling, but it's Glamour Dust by Decoart again, and here it is. And I'm going to put that just on the end here, sort of radiating outwards from where the thick glitter is, well, the big glitter pieces. Now, not really done this before. I either use one or the other. I just thought there's no reason why I can't use both things. Now, I am a little nervous here because I'm using you know, wet medium. I mean, acrylic is not that wet, but it's still gonna, it's not a dry medium, I don't think. Well, no, it can't be, 'cause, I mean, I haven't added any water to this, but it's less warp. It's going to warp the page less than it would do if it was. Just going to move these bottles out of the way so you can push my book up so you can see. It's not going to warp the page as much as, say, if I used this as watercolour, if I was using watercolour, which I might even, if I do use watercolour in this book, I'll probably pre-prepare the page first. Now you can see I'm not extending too far, and I'm going to actually not go over these black lines. I'm being very, well, I'm trying to be careful. I'm using quite a fine brush, so put in a bit of, oops, and then just wipe it off if I get onto the black lines. So I'm going to continue going around, just like you've seen, going around the rest of the bottle, but with smaller, this finer glitter, and then I'll be back, so see you in a sec. Okay, so this is what I've done. You can see it looks very sparkly around the bottle there. Well, I hope you can see it anyway. So I've got the big glitter pieces closest to the bottle, which was the Galaxy Glitter Silver Moon, and then I've got the Glamour Dust, what's it called, Silver Bling near the edges, so it's the smaller glitter pieces. So yeah, it's not fully dry yet, so I do need to be aware of that. I'm going to put this page behind it. Now I just want to show you the use of some other mediums before I finish. So you know where I've put, where I've coloured these sort of circular pattern things, I think I'm going to use some of these Cosmic Shimmer Opal Blaze polishes. So I've got Teal Raspberry and I've got Sapphire Grape. So I'm going to get the Sapphire Grape, and I'm just going to apply some of that, I think. So this is the Sapphire Grape. I'm just going to get a fine brush and I'm just going to pop it, just maybe bring you in a little bit so that you can see a bit closely, and I'm just going to put a bit of that just to accentuate it a bit and give it, I don't know, something extra. Now, I didn't pull out the, maybe apply it a little bit better here. It is gonna, just applying a little bit of the glitter there. I think I didn't apply it as well as I could have there. Can you see I've gone over the black lines, which is terrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that black line in again. When you know, it's dry, not yet, but when it's dry I'll put that black line in again. But I'm just going over the purple bit. I should have thought about what I was going to do first, but unfortunately I just went in there all guns blazing. So yeah, that's a mess. That one's a mess, you can see, but these are a bit better. I will go over them. I should be able to go over this because it's quite a smooth medium. It's just to add a bit of extra shine, I guess. So that's the Opal Blaze polish. What I'll do then is I'll come back on, I'll apply, I'm going to put some green Opal Blaze polish on the green parts, so I'll do that off camera. Just going to apply it in exactly the same way. Okay, so see you in a sec. I thought I'd just show you me putting on the Gilded Avocado. So just take a bit on my brush, and then I just go over the green parts, trying to avoid the black lines, which I didn't do first, which I've learned. You remember you can get these from Crafters Companion online. Crafters, I think it's also Craft Stash sells it online as well. So Craft Stash sell Cosmic Shimmer, Opal Blaze. Craft Stash, craftsforless.co.uk also sells it, and I'm sure in America you can just pretty much pick them up in any of the, you know, craft stores that you have, because you guys have a lot of craft stores. I wish we had more craft stores in the UK. I just went over the black line there, but hopefully I can go over with my trusty Faber-Castell Pitt pen. Yeah, I think this looks nice doing this. I'm actually pleased. So I'm going to finish off these other circle ones just like that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is how it's looking at the moment. I did go over with a black Pitt pen, but you can see that because it's so shiny, it's not really made that much of a difference. I should have been more careful. I'm glad with how I've done the rest of it, you know, with the paintbrush lines and drawn sort of circles to go around it. I'm happy about that. But it's not perfect. It never was going to be perfect, but it's still something, you know, I still like it. I do really like how it's coming out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this anchor. I'm going to use some watercolour paints now. So I have these beautiful paints from the Art Spirits on Etsy. So this is the True Silver that I'm going to use, I think, for the anchor. And then I've got my Coliro paints here as well, and I've got the Copper Pearl, which I think I'm going to use for the bottle. So first of all, I'm going to get my, use the 50 or the 20, probably the 20 for the silver. So I'm going to make my anchor. I mean, this True Silver from Rebecca is absolutely outstanding. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, I love my watercolour paints so much. I mean, I just don't know how I lived without them for so long. So yeah, just trying to keep a steady hand as far as possible. So I hope you've like been enjoying this colouring in Rita Berman, and you've seen my process really, because you can see that I had certain certain products that I was going to use, and then in the end I didn't use some of them. Like I haven't used the Pixie sparkles, but I mean I might use them for the border. I don't know yet. I did use the Opal Blaze Polish, and I did use my Decoart acrylic glitters and the chalk pastels for the background. So that's something. But you can see my process. Sometimes I have an idea, and off camera that's how it is really. I have an idea, I keep making a million decisions and then going back on them. I stick with some decisions, and it's just as long as I like what I've produced, I'm happy with what I've produced, then I'm successful, I think. And that's all I want really. I want to like what I've produced, and I'm gonna want to like the look of it, and I want to enjoy the process. I guess that's what it's all about. So there we go. So that's the anchor, and then I am going to do again, I will link Rebecca's paint in the description. I've got such a small desk you wouldn't believe, but I'm using the Copper Pearl now, which is a Coliro paint, and I'm gonna use that for the this, you know, this edge of the bottle, I guess you could call it. I want it so it's not fully, so it looks more translucent rather than opaque. So I'm going to continue with this and just use the paint and go around the entire thing, and then I'll come and show you what I'm up to, what I've ended up with. Okay, so this is where I've got up to. I've put the Coliro Copper Pearl around the edge of the bottle. I think it looks really good, and I've done the silver here with Rebecca's True Silver watercolour paint. Now I'm going to leave it there. You'll probably see this in my end of February completed pages, hopefully. I'm probably going to use the Copper Pearl on some of these filigree things. I think it'll look nice and, you know, matching with the bottle. So I'll probably do that. I might also go around this with the Copper Pearl as well. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this and found it you know, useful. So until next time, take care and happy colouring. Bye.